Ryung takes the victory in game number 1. Can you believe it? What did we... Was he even dead, though? I mean, if he just pulls into his main base, maybe. Like, it's one of them situations where he might even be able... you know, it's so crazy, but he might be able to just give up his natural and still win the game because Ryung literally has no mining left. Maybe not that extreme, but maybe just overcommitted trying to defend the third base. You know, he fought with them brutally and it may have been better to just back off, go to the natural, wait for more roaches to reinforce. Whoa, I don't think it was... I mean, even if he pulls drones at that point, there's not many reinforcements coming across the map for Ryung. You know, not many coming across the map at all. So we're talking like, if he had literally just... pulled drones, maybe it would have been enough. He had like 60 drones. You lose like 40 of them, he's still okay. 20 drones against 5 SCVs. One of them crazy positions. And Go-Go is called for map number 2. It's going to be Overgrowth here as we head into the second game. Countdown begins and Overgrowth is loading up right now, guys, for Ryung versus Losira. Ryung is at a 1-0 lead. And I just still can't get over it. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Absolutely amazing. Ryung taking that game number 1. Game number 2. Well, let's see what happens. We load on up here, set up the scoreboard and go in game for our second map of our first best of 3 of the day, ladies and gentlemen. In the lower left hand corner from MVP, just barely being defeated in that last game. And again, maybe it was a little bit of a preemptive GG. It's so hard to tell. It's our blue Zerg player. It's Losira. In the upper right hand corner, we have our red Terran player from Axiom Esports. It's Ryung. Alright guys, how's everyone doing in the chat? How is everyone doing on this fine Tuesday afternoon? Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all ready to enjoy a full evening of StarCraft action with me. Where I'm streaming all day today. I mean, we've got Winter Series here to begin with, and after Winter Series, we're actually going to be going into the UK Revival number 3 as well, so maybe not quite the same level of players you're going to see in the Winter Series, but if you've got nothing else to do, maybe stick around and check out the UK scene a little bit, see if any of the players impress you or anything like that. I don't know. But, well, I still can't quite get over game number 1. We have an extractor on the way down here for Losira in game number 2. So that's going to be a gas first, and looks as though he might get very aggressive here right at the start of this game. With a pool coming down next. I mean, this sort of opening would generally suggest we're going to see speed lanes and very likely to be bane lanes as well. This can kind of turn into a macro game in a weird way as well, right? Like, you know, he can just be, it may very well just be that Losira wants to get some speed lanes out initially so he can put on a bit of pressure, force his opponent to lift his natural, delay that being taken, and kind of just go from there, right? And just, you know, he's obviously going to have an expansion behind that, and he can just, you know, see what works. So let's see what he does. I mean, the main thing we're going to be looking at is exactly how much gas does Losira mine. Again, if he pulls out 100, it's probably just going to be those speed lanes. If he keeps one worker in, could be a bane. You know, if he keeps any workers in, it's probably going to suggest a bane lane bust or some kind of maybe roach play as well. But you just pull everything out here, so it's just going to be Zerg and speed starting up. 4 lanes, a queen on the way as well. And Ryung begin to scout across the map with an SCV. We'll see that this is going to be an aggressive opening from his opponent. SCV coming across, and this drone is actually going to hide at the natural here, so that it doesn't get blocked, and it's actually perfect timing. Look at that, 300 minerals, and immediately can come down. Well, he sees SCV, he waits a couple more seconds. Now we will be able to come and put this down. This SCV being chased here, and no speed start just yet, despite having that 100 gas, which is kind of interesting. Reaper here as well. We'll actually save that SCV. We'll pick off this first Zergling as well, and these Zerglings actually pulling back right now. What is Losira doing then? If he's not starting up speed, what is he hoping to do with this 100 gas? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. He's making another queen right now. He's making an overlord. Is it just a mistake? Or does he have some other plan? A little bit weird right now as we have a few Zerglings still on the high ground here, and they will come down and try and trap this Ripper. We get a couple of shots on it. This queen's actually in a position to kind of block it from leaving. Perhaps it's actually starting to also move across the map in a very weird kind of way. Queen. Okay, I'm not really sure what the queen's trying to get up to, but he's definitely moving across the map. And Losira's, you know, he started to move the queen back, then he moved it across the map again, so I'm not really 100% certain what's going on. Now he starts circling speed, so surely this must just be a mistake from Losira to not start speed before this. But that being said, it's not like he's made a bunch of circlings to try and, you know, utilize that speed. Is he gonna hatch cancel and, okay, I see. Or just hatch and pop the creep tumor down? Okay, this is really nice. 2 creep tumors coming down here. This is a really cool little thing by Losira. So he's gonna get some creep right in the middle of the map. And he's going to be able to push that, you know, on Overgrowth especially because it's not, you know, compared to Dead Ring, for example, it's a pretty small map. Probably one of the smaller maps in the map pool. And if you can control the middle with creep, I mean, you're golden, right? And being able to have it in the middle of the map already is kind of crazy. So 2 creep tumors here, I guess one could work backwards towards the natural, or they could both work forwards towards, you know, towards Ryung's base. Baneling Nest on the way down here, so you know that you know the time of this suggests it's just kind of a defensive Baneling Nest more than anything. Losira is continuing to just make drones right now, and Spine Coil coming down as well. So just getting into a defensive position. A few Zerglings on the way out. Reaper and 2 Hellions does spot this creep in the middle of the map, and you will begin to spread this a little bit more. The first creep tumor actually was picked off here, and the second one as well, maybe, if he's not paying attention. Oh, that's huge, actually. So that actually completely stops the, you know, the creep from advancing forwards here, and that means that this creep's actually very easily cleaned up. One scan, and all of a sudden it's gone. So everything that Losira, you know, it wasn't that big of a commitment, but he did spend time on his queen getting to the middle. It's, you know, compared to what he was trying to do, it's a little bit of a shame for it to be restricted to just this location here. So, well, a few Hellions are going to join up with the 2 already on the map, making it 6 in total. We've got 2 more barracks on the way down here, being added on to that reactor, and a reactor build in the factory to go onto the other barracks. So pretty standard TVZ build here. Starport already up with a Viking out, trying to hunt down some overlords. He's already found one. And when he will just continue moving around with this Viking to try and see if he can pick off any further overlords. There's not really too many of us on the map. There's one right in the top left corner here, and I mean, he could maybe pick off a couple or one of these on the edge of the base. Losira starting to pull these in a bit though. He will be able to scout the 3rd base with this though, so the Viking doing a little bit of scouting work here. And yeah, Hellion's going to start moving towards this natural, moving back home. And yeah, not too much else really going on right now. So, the script still sits in the middle of the map. I'm kind of surprised Ryung didn't scan just to clean this out, because it'd be kind of nice to just, you know, send it back. Because at this point, it's actually so easy for a queen to walk all the way up here and just continue the creep spread where it was left off. So, I'm kind of surprised he didn't get rid of that. Kling is picked off by these Hellions. Upgrades are pretty even on either side. Zergling is patrolling here and will actually get picked off by that Reaper. Combat shield's on the way up for Ryung as well at this point in time, as he doesn't actually have a 3rd command center, right? No, he doesn't. So no 3rd command center. Hellions are going to intercept another Zergling here. And again, without a 3rd command center, it's a very weird situation right now. Reactor comes down, a couple of reactors come down on these barracks, and I mean, Ryung is just going to go hyper aggressive in game number 2 here on Overgrowth. He's just going to push and push and push. Once his first 2 medevacs come out, he's going to start moving across the map, and he's just going to kind of rally push. And I mean, it's going to kind of be the thing we usually see on 3 bases, only he's going to be doing it off of 2 bases. Which means he kind of has to do a little bit more damage earlier on to justify not having the 3rd command center, but generally he probably will get that damage, because I mean, Losira, he's going to have to make more units than usual. He's actually droning up to about 70 drones right now, which means he has absolutely nothing out on the map. He's got 20 Zerglings, but 20 Zerglings on their own, I mean, we all know how that goes against just a little bit of bio and some Hellions. Armory's on the way as well, so them Hellions very shortly will be able to become Hellbats as well. Nice big scan here, cleans out all but 2 creep tumors. And Ryung just backing off for now. Again, more reinforcements coming in here, more Hellions being made. The armory about to finish, so again, Hellbats are available to him, and that will really buffer the strength of this army, as the creep tumors getting cancelled there. And Hellion's just going to hold the watchtower. Losira morphing in a lot of Baneling. His Baneling speed only halfway done though, so not going to have that for a little while. There's more Marines being pulled across the map, again, just streaming out of these barracks, multiple at a time. As another creep tumor getting killed off there. He's going to find one more as well, so all the active creep tumors are shut down. And the Hellions do morph into Hellbat mode, and they are set to go. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. As these Hellbats march forward with the Marines as well, it's going to be this one big attack from Ryung. Is he going to be able to make this work? There's so many Banelings. He's pretty much pre-split already. It's going to be about getting through the Hellbats and connecting with these Marines. The Marines, though, there's just so many of the Marines, and he's just going to keep moving forwards. More Banelings coming into the left-hand side, but there's just so many Banelings right now. We're talking about 71 army supply for Ryung against 42 of Losira. And Losira has just been way too greedy in this game. He's overdroned and he's going to pay the price right now. Ryung is going to take down the Evo Chamber. He's going to be able to just keep on taking down everything. Zergling's streaming in a few at a time. Marauders in the front to tank Banelings. I mean, that's not going to be an efficient trade. This Queen will fall as well. And Ryung is just being very patient about this. More Zerglings, more Banelings on the way. But you can see the Banelings just aren't doing the damage they need to do. They're just crashing against Marauders and Hellbats. And again, that's not what they need to be hitting right now as we go with another wave here. Drones being pulled against the Hellbats. Not usually the smartest of choices, but it'll keep them alive for a little bit longer. As Ryung now stims in, he'll start cleaning out some of these drones. 10 drones killed so far. We've actually had 7 SCVs killed. I'm not sure if that was a counter-attack or something we've missed. But he's going to get into a position behind this mineral line. He's going to pick up, actually. And he will move away. He's going to lose a head of act to the Queens. And he will fall back for now. And Losira holds. In fact, it was some Zerglings running by in towards the main base here, which was doing the damage for him. So that's where them worker kills came from. Ryung just spot these flags moving around the map. And he will know that they're on the way, so he'll be able to intercept these. In fact, he might be able to kind of sandwich them. Okay, Losira's actually just going to pull them back, just leaving a Zergling at this third base, potential third base, to spot for that and pulling the rest of his Zerglings back here. So, Losira is still on 62 drones against 37 SCVs. And after holding off wave 1 of this attack, he's going to be in a little bit of a better position than he was initially. You know, he's had a little bit more time to build up army now. Again, at one point we were on 30 army supply difference. And that was in favour of Ryung, of course. Now it's only 15 to 20. Another counterattack coming in. Hellbats and Marines are going to be happy to greet this, although would have been a little bit nicer if the wall was up. In fact, all the Lings are going to die anyway, so maybe a bit of a bait. I don't think they killed anything. Maybe 2 Marines or something. As Ryung gets ready to go once again here. Going to have to start splitting. He's on creep, and Baneling speed is now done. Picks up quite quickly into these medevacs and starts unloading once again. And Losira is starting to run out of Banelings here. This army supplies are even, so things have been going in the way of Losira in the last few moments as Marines are streaming across the map. It's not going to be enough though. GG.